there's leftists agitated on Twitter. And I'm like, oh, what is the occasion? What agitates them? Well, apparently, there is a presidential tweet. And as you can see, it says, every time I speak of the haters and the losers, I do so with great love and affection. They cannot help the fact that they were born fuck up. So a lot of people retweeting this. They're like, how can he say this such language? You know, it's like, the funny thing is that it's from 2014. But like, I guess this is the modern culture. Like, you don't have to stop and analyze. You got, yeah, like, The interesting thing though, like, and this is why I actually decided to make the video, is I got several observations. Number one, was the internet really a worse place when people can talk like this? Like, obviously this is what's on the guy's mind, right? Like, obviously it's what he is thinking. But in modern culture, you're not allowed to express it, right? Like, if you put it into words, especially if you put it into writing, oh, it's a calamity, it's horrible, disastrous to the fabric of society or something. At least that's how everyone is pretending, right? Like, it's like, how can you say this is an expression that is ingrained into modern English language? Like, how can you say this? How can you think this? How? Yeah, it's so fucking annoying. Just let people articulate what they think so I can judge them based on the type of people they are, rather than this facade, this plastic fakeness that everyone puts on, especially when they're on the internet. I really hate modern internet. I swear to God, like, I'm willing to bet that every man, if they had a time machine and they could go back to the 2012 internet, they would fucking love it there. They would absolutely love it. Like, so many memes, you would die laughing. Like, you would open the computer and it was like non-stop jiggle of the belly type of laughter. And we just don't have this anymore. It's quite unfortunate. So, this is the first thing, you know. The second thing that I want to talk about has to do with the type of politicians that non-populists like. Because I understand populism is horrible. It's horrible. What about the non-populist type of politician? Well, they like a guy in a suit that goes there and reads a script. Probably didn't write it himself. Like the best politician for non-populists is most likely a Hollywood actor. Like, someone that knows how to act, someone that knows how to read the script. That is like 10 out of 10 establishment. And as long as they talk calmly, they can say whatever horrible shit they want. Like, they can go on a podium and say, there's too many people on the planet. It is very bad for the environment. Yeah, like, way too many people. The carbon footprint, whenever you have a child, is devastating. And as long as they're saying this with a calm, collected manner, and they're dressed in a suit, they can get away with everything, you know. They can even say shit like, yeah, so we're going to come after your car, like, we want to make it very difficult for people to drive a car, and everyone's, oh, excellent. We want to print more money, if possible. We want to make sure that inflation actually gets worse. We want to tax you more. We're going to tax you far more than before because it's good for the environment. Taxes are good for the environment. Matter Gaia lives on taxes. More taxes we put, the better. And everyone's like, oh, yes, excellent. And of course, no debates, right? Like, you rarely see modern politicians debating each other. Just monologue. Completely changing what the truth is, you know. It's like, oh yes, these truckers, horrible people, far right. Is there any of it? No, but they're far right. Anyway. This is the type of politicians that people like. And when you see a politician like this, they don't understand why people enjoy it. And the reason I enjoy it is because I know he's not fake. I know he's not reading from a prompter. I know this is not something that someone else wrote him. So, like, even if it's vile, even if it's not presidential, at least I know it's genuine. And you know, like the things I've been like, no. See, here's the thing. I genuinely believe that the pro-establishment politicians are like this as well. Probably worse, right? Because we're all human beings. Like, do you know a friend that never curses? Because I personally don't. Do you know a friend that never says some dumb shit? Because I personally don't. But these politicians, whenever they appear on television, they're acting like they're above humanity because they never curse, they never get angry, they never, right? So, when you see one that's different, you're like, well, at least this guy, maybe I don't like him, but at least I know that he is honest. And compared to the rest of my friends, compared to the rest of the people in my life, he's not really that bad, is he? I mean, compared to other politicians, sure, you know, other politicians don't say the F word. I mean, that's just beyond the pale. But like, compared to the average people that you know, compared to your mom and dad, compared to, I mean, he's not really that off the charts. So people are more willing to trust them because they are honest. And this is something that I've noticed with most populist politicians. And the more outspoken the politician is, the more down to earth, the more likely they are to behave like a human being, the more they are appreciated. And you can look at this through history as well. Like, listen to some of the speeches that Churchill gave, or some of the speeches that other politicians that ended up being beloved gave. Even Ronald Reagan. Like, Ronald Reagan has some great speeches. They're more down to earth. They do not seem these fake, crafted by corporate PRs and stuff. And of course, do people really get upset about this? Like, let's be honest. You know, you find a tweet by a politician that used the F word. Are you, like, genuinely that outraged? Are you genuinely that upset? I don't think so, but what I think is, like, this is what people have to say, right? Like, you see this, you have to pretend like you're upset. And it's like this culture of pretending, where everyone has to pretend, that really pisses me off. But overwhelmingly, I noticed that people are more upset about the F word than the economy, than foreign policy, than any other issue, right? It's like mean tweets. And I genuinely think that the mean tweets did cost Donald Trump a couple of percentages at the previous elections. And this is due to the fact that a lot of right-wingers are ironically boomers. Like, they come from a generation where saying damn on the telly was something that would spook them. And it still spooks them now. So, yeah, language is actually very important for these individuals. And unlike the left-leaning people, they have different values. Because for left, you can say fuck all you want. There's another F word that you can't say. But for the right-wing boomers, it's the opposite, right? So if Donald Trump would have said the other F word, the boomers wouldn't care. But, like, because he said this F word, it actually upsets them. Now, he wasn't president when he said it, by the way. But he did have, like, other mean tweets, which were very functional. Like Rocket Man, calling the dictator of North Korea Rocket Man. Like, oh, my God, everyone was horrified. Oh, it's going to cause another nuclear war. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Didn't. Apparently. Actually brought North Korea and South Korea at the table. Too bad that didn't get pursued any further, because it would have been great, you know, but it was what it was. So anyway, the reason I made this video is, number one, for the nostalgia of 2014 internet. I really miss those times. Number two, to highlight just how annoyed I am with fake politicians that just read scripts and do not have anything of value to add from themselves. Like, do not say anything that you can say is from the heart. And, of course, number three is to point out that, yeah, the American electorate does care about mean tweets. So, we'll see. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.